Is it alright if I just change my position on the couch? I don't know if you got the whole, is the shot? Yeah, Sam Potrykus, first name, right? Last name. What was the other thing? And I'm an arts advocate in Boston, Massachusetts. At age 12 or 13, probably maybe just 12, as young as 12, my parents got me my first instrument, and my brother too. If I remember right, it was like a guitar and a bass, and we sort of just, took turns messing around with them. Yeah, it kind of changed from being like, oh, I love music, to being like, oh, how can I be involved in kind of creating and protecting this culture? One of my favorite art projects, just personal projects, is just kind of building my favorite collected records, vinyl tape, zines, booklets, and kind of putting it all into a visual piece of art that's sort of a living art piece, right? It'll like change. I'll take down a poster, put up a different poster, or the records even as they come in, a lot of country music in here, but then we have like new local music records, like new rock and roll, new hip hop, new folk music. Definitely a ton of country. I would say that Brain Arts Organization, is the only actual organization that I'm running, right, entirely. Dorchester Art Project and Boston Compass are programs of the organization, right? It's pretty visually, it's just fun to look at, but they're stress balls.
Oh my gosh, they're brains.
Yeah, stress balls for the organization, so Brain Arts Organization. Boston Compass, we started in 2010 just as a one-page sort of zine, and the purpose was to connect scenes in Alston, Jamaica Plain, Cambridge primarily, because that's where I knew people. And then we expanded to Dorchester, Roxbury, and Mattapan, and we focus on and highlight and prioritize artists of color and femme and queer and disabled artists, marginalized artists, right? Issue 100, which is obviously, 100 issue is always fun. This is what? Issue 112, so a year later, right? Pretty sick. Don't know about that one. That's 105. Can't even see 108. Yeah, 105, 108. This is a cool one. This is 2017, so that must be issue like 50 or something. Yeah, man. It's just like living art project and actual physical thing that you could take home. I'll give you a few.
The only place that I can feel free. Look, I'm tired of being broken. I'm tired of being broken. Tired of being stressed, and I'm tired of being.
And then in 2017, I took over the lease at 1486 Dorchester Ave, which was at that time even called the Dorchester Art Project. But oftentimes I'll say that I started the Dorchester Art Project because even though I kept the name, we really, as Brain Arts, ran it our way and created the space for Dorchester artists. Because those are the communities that have been disproportionately affected by systemic racism. Those are the places where there's less art spaces, right? Less resources for, forget artists, working class people in general. As a nonprofit that didn't even have full-time staff or wasn't even paying ourselves, a lot of it was voluntarily, right? So a lot of artists volunteered to participate at DAP or participate at BCN. But that's sort of, that's where we're at now. It's like we want to reduce the amount of work people are doing for free. We want to increase how much we can pay folks. I have privilege, as a white person, as a male person, male identifying person, it feels so natural to me because I have enough and I'm well protected and I have security in so many ways because of my identity that I just feel like it's my duty, in mankind. Certainly it's a better time when there's more artists and everyone is healthy and, earning enough to live and having enough time to do their craft and be creative. So what the people really need is housing, and healthcare, better paying jobs, more access to resources, more respect, dignity, and to not be killed by police. So, the arts definitely play a role. It's really the healing that's possible through art and through community building. So, but that's not enough, That's why I've turned to advocacy more in recent years, as opposed to just programming. You talk about that country sound too. That little out of tune could actually work, right? Because it's kind of part of the twang. But 10 years. Where do I see myself in 10 years?
Yeah.
Western Mass. I would just be glad to be alive in 10 years, honestly, you know, which I know sounds kind of funny, but I've, recently was diagnosed with an illness that, I'm treating and is fine and very manageable. We all have some health issues at some point in our lives, but just giving me a different perspective. And I think on a daily basis, I'm really just super grateful for every chance to sort of wake up and to exist and to try again to, do right by my fellow man, but also just be a good husband, to my wife, and to be a good brother to my siblings, and be a good son to my parents. So I think that's, honestly, it sounds maybe small, but just to continue to be around, continue this existence with those folks in 10 years would be a tremendous, I would just be so happy to know that that's the case. I think, that's the only thing I would say is just I would encourage more folks to just give what you can, sort of tap into the movement, because we're lucky to be here.